Hi guys. So I put the video up on the kaleidoscope cane that I made yesterday, and I shared on a Facebook group what I do with my kaleidoscope canes, which is making pillow beads. And I had a couple friends request my process on how to do it. So this is a pillow bead I'm going to, or the pillow color I'm using is it's pillow number 2 on my website. I will go ahead and put the link in the description. So this is a cane that I made yesterday. Now you can make it any size you want. You can reduce it to a 1.5 inch, 1 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch. This is 3/4 of an inch. This is my normal pillow bead size, and it's really easy to use. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut 2 thin slices from the cane. And these are about 1 to 1.5 millimeters thick. I try not to make them too thick, but I don't want them paper thin either. Okay, so obviously I can't cut straight worth a darn. So I usually just flatten it a little bit, make sure we got a nice flat piece. It doesn't do a whole lot of distorting doing it that way. I'm not going to use that anyways. Okay, so basically I'm going to line up my cutter. Now I am very nearsighted and I am not wearing my glasses, but I'm sitting kind of high and I can't see both sides, so I'm just gonna kind of eye it with what I can see. Get it as close as I can to the center. It's really horrible. I can see up close, but I can't see far away. And just this distance is far away to me. Okay, so there's your pillow shape. Okay, and then I use what's left over for the inside. So depending on how thick you want your pillow to be, gauge how big you want your circle to be. I don't like it too thin because then the outsides are really flat. So I try and make it thick all the way around. So I just round up some scrap into a circle, and all I do is I pinch around the corners and I leave the middle up. Okay, so you want that like a saucer. Okay, so we're going to turn this over and we're going to set that right in the center. Oop. Okay, and then I'm just going to make sure that my corners touch. I'm not worried about that sticking out of the side because I'm going to put a border on this. If you don't put a border on this, you might want to go a little thinner on the sides. Okay, and then you just squish all the sides together. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So now you just smooth it. Now when you do it, it's going to smear, but when you sand it, all that smear is going to be gone. It'll be nice and clear underneath. But again, I'm having a border on it, so I'm not really worried about the smear. Okay, so now you can have some really big pointy edges, or if you don't like that, just push them in. I like them in between tight and pointy. So I usually push them in, and then I just come in like this, give it a nice little curve. And then I'll pinch it with my hands just a little bit. And if I don't want it that thick, I'll push the center down. Usually where they end up is where I keep them. The more you play with it, it seems like the more you ruin it anyways. Okay, so that looks pretty even. Okay, so there's the pillow bead, and they just kind of look boring. So I've got some turquoise right here. I'm going to use this as a border. And on this, I'm just going to make a really long rope. And I don't want it too thick, but I want to cover about half the width of the edges. So it's probably about 1/8 of an inch. And unfortunately, there's a little bit of air bubbles in there, and that just opened up. Let's try it again. And when you roll it, just make sure you don't have air bubbles in it, or it's just gonna get all wonky on you. Still a little thick, so I just kind of pull it a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to line it on the corner there and wrap it around. Okay, I'm just going to seal it up. Now that didn't work so perfect, probably because I am taping this. There we go. So you don't want a seam showing, so. And that's okay because I'm going to seal that up anyways. Okay, so basically I just push down. And if it's off center, you can push in like that and get it back in the center where you want it. Fortunately, my fingers are getting in the way and I'm creating little marks here. So this is just a show you how bead. But you don't want those in there. Okay, and basically there is your pillow bead. Now that needs to come out a little more. These are the ones that I've done earlier. Okay, so that's how easy it is. I mean, it's pretty simple. And now all I gotta do is bake them and sand them, and we're ready to go. So hope that helped. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.